The Illusion of True Happiness in TNT by Dr. Lester Phillip. Ask anybody in Trinidad and Tobago what they really want in life, and most times you'll hear the same thing. Open quote, "I just want to be happy, man." Close quote. Whether it's a big house on the hill, a steady job, love, peace of mind, or simply to live comfortable, everybody chasing some kind of happiness. But if we, being honest, real lasting happiness, the kind that never fades, doesn't truly exist in this world. The only time true happiness ever existed was in the beginning, when God made Adam. Genesis tells us that Adam lived in perfect peace. No traffic, no bills, no politics, no pain, just harmony and the presence of God. He had everything his heart could desire. Yet even in that affection, God said something important. Open quote, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him." Genesis 2, close quote. So God created Eve, and from that moment, the story of humanity changed forever. When sin entered the world, so did sorrow, fear, and emptiness, and true happiness slipped away. From that day until now, mankind has been chasing what was lost in Eden, perfect joy. Fast forward thousands of years to modern Trinbago life, and we still doing the same thing. We chase happiness in carnival, in money, in love, in our children's success, or even in a good lime and a plate of pilau on a Sunday afternoon. We say, once I get this or that, I go be happy. But as soon as we get it, we want something else. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. Jesus warned us about this when he said, open quote, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal." Matthew 6:19, close quote. Everything on this earth fades, from your car and your job to your looks and even your relationships. Nothing here lasts forever. And no matter how many promises politicians make or how many programs the government roll out, none of them can give you real happiness. You see, the government can fix a road, but it can't fix a broken heart. It can raise wages, but it can't raise your spirit. It can offer safety, but it can't give peace of mind. True peace, the kind that keeps you calm when the world feels like it's falling apart, only comes from one place, from God himself. Open quote, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you." John 14:27, close quote. That peace is something deeper than happiness. Happiness depends on what's happening around you. But peace depends on who is living inside you. That's why the Apostle Paul could say, even while sitting in a prison cell, open quote, "I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content." Philippians 4:11, close quote. Contentment, that's the secret. When you wake up and thank God for life, even if the fridge half empty, the rent due, and the weather hot, you've already won half the battle. Because joy doesn't come from your circumstance, it comes from your connection to Christ. In Trinidad, we have a saying, that's a small thing. That little phrase is a kind of faith in itself, an unspoken trust that somehow things will work out. And you know what? They often do. Because when you let go and let God, he works in quiet ways, bringing peace where chaos once lived. Your happiness might not look like someone else's. What brings you joy might be another person's sorrow. One man celebrates a promotion, while another grieves a job loss. Life does balance itself that way. But gratitude, real gratitude, evens it out. When you can be thankful in all seasons, you find joy no matter what's happening. True joy isn't about what you have or who you have, it's about whose you are. We belong to God, and in his presence there is fullness of joy. Open quote, "Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore." Psalm 16:11, close quote. So my fellow Trimbagonians, don't let this world or any government, job, or person convince you that happiness can be bought, promised, or earned. True happiness died in Eden, but true joy lives in Christ. Be thankful, be humble, be content. Laugh when you can, pray when you can't, and always, always give God the glory. Because the moment you learn to be grateful for what God already gave you, that right there is the closest you'll ever come to true happiness this side of heaven. Blessings to all.